Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to the show.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the New York Yankees. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And pitching in this game, Garrett Cole. Chris, his strikeout rate this year among the best all time.
He's truly one of the elite strikeout pitchers in the league. I mean, strikeouts per 9 off the chart. So the opposing team, they know they have their work cut out for them anytime they're facing this guy or a guy like this that's going to get the swings and misses. Pretty much in a class of his own when it comes to that category.
All right, ready to get underway. Up now for Washington, number 1. The pitch. Swing and a broken bat roller towards third. On the run, sends it over to first. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Dave Martinez lineup for the Nationals. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. In the air, left field. Ohtani has a beat on it. Calls it in, 2 away. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
And that one fouled off. When Cole's brother-in-law, Brandon Crawford, took him deep, Cole signed a pair of spikes for Brandon Crawford. One that said adios pelota and the other one that said out of here.
Yeah, calls by the great John Miller and Dwayne Kuiper of the San Francisco Giants.
And the pitch. Struck him out looking. And the Nationals gone in order. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. And on the hill today, it'll be Steven Strasburg. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
The pitch. In the air, out towards left center. And no one can get there. Garrett into second, and he's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And now the first baseman, Don Mattingly, second in the AL in home runs. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Here comes Gary. He scores, and it's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And stepping in for the Yankees, number 50. Right now, the leading RBI man in the American League. He's been huge this season. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. And it's gone. He got just enough of that one, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Babe Ruth. There's a sense of anticipation in the ballpark as everyone waits to see. And that one is lifted in the air. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a double. And the streak lives on. He keeps getting closer and closer to the record. There isn't a pitcher in the league who can solve him right now.
It's absolutely amazing, Boog. It seems there's no end in sight, and this is transcending baseball. We're talking almost 2 straight months with a hit every game. To get this close to the record, I want to see this thing happen, and it brings the kind of excitement to the sport that very few records do.
Makes a nice running catch. Runner tagging for third, and he's in safely at third with 1 out. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Babe Ruth.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Snags it on the run. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And they lead by 4.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Ken Griffey Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Big time power. He's third in the AL in home runs. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. His latest homer in an incredible season. And they add on. It's 5-zip.
Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So 2 down. Here's a big power threat. Jorge Posada. When you look around the game and think about the best power hitters in the sport, this guy is one of the first. Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And that is gone. He blasts one out to right, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0. 9 consecutive games with a home run.
They'll just dialed in at the dish right now. 9 games in a row. That's just unthinkable. Congrats to him. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That'll do it for Steven Strasburg, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Patrick Corbin on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Base is empty with 2 away. Shohei Ohtani will hit next. And fouled off. The 0-1. Hard hit right side. In plenty of time to first, and they get Ohtani for the out. And that is that. They bring 9 to the plate and 6 come around to score. We head to the second from the big ballpark in the Bronx. Yankees 6 and the Nationals nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, new inning getting started, and now here's a speed threat, outfielder number 50. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Goes down looking.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Here's Corey Dickerson. Swings and misses. 0-1. Next offering is in for a strike.
I love that Garrett Cole is sort of a throwback guy out there on the mound, sort of that classic power pitcher. He's going to attack with that fastball, move it all around the edges of the zone, and when he has to, fill up the strike zone with confidence that hitters can't touch it.
In the air, left field. Out number 2.
The third baseman, number 2.
And now it's Luis Garcia. On the ground. Throws to first, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for Washington. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Bottom of the second. Now the third baseman, Lou Gehrig.
The third baseman, Lou Gehrig.
And he deals. Line drive, base hit.
Wasting no time. He's
2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So a man aboard. Don Mattingly stepping in now for the Yankees. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And now number 50. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. First and second here, no outs. And that one hammered way back there. And that ball is out of here. A shot to left. His second home run of the game, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 9-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Babe Ruth stepping in now for the Yankees. That one fouled off. Here's your 1. Line drive, base hit. And next for New York, Reggie Jackson. 0 for 1 so far. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one is gone. He'll touch them all. His latest homer in an incredible season. It's 11-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Now on the bump, Anthony Banda.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Now a screamer into the outfield. Hauls it in for the out.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. He's already homered in this one. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's the power hitting catcher Jorge Posada. The solo homer his first time. On a line out towards center. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And now a wide throw to third.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Dickerson ranging back. Puts the squeeze on it. And that is that. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. We head on now to the top of the third. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. On to the third inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Hebert Ruiz. Ruiz measures 6 feet even, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. The wide to kick the pitch. Inside corner, that's a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Popped up left side. And there's one down.
Batting in, the first baseman, number 6, Michael Chavis.
And it's Michael Chavis at the plate. Chavis drafted as a shortstop. Foul ball there. Next offering is in for a strike. And the righty deals. Got it by him for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Lane Thomas. Thomas, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2014. Swings through that one, 0-1. The wind of the pitch. And he pumps it a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Kicks and fires. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nationals go quietly. They trail in this one 11-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Luke Gehrig. The pitch. On a line, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Don Mattingly stepping in now for the Yankees. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and now they have a base runner at second.
Now number 50.
And up next for New York, number 50. Drilled to left center, way back there, and that is gone. He'll circle the bases. That's his third home run of the game. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 13-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
One down. Babe Ruth now at the plate. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Now around second, going for third. Safe at third with a triple, his third hit of the day.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So one gone with a runner at third. Now it's the right fielder, Reggie Jackson. 1 for 2. Left field. Dickerson makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly, and the lead continues to grow. And stepping in for the Yankees, Derek Jeter. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That's hard hit on the line. Can't get there. Base hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And next for New York, Ken Griffey Jr. Jr., a rangy center fielder, more than 2,000 RBI in his career, and he's a 3-time home run derby champion. Runner on the move. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. I mean, there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
The 0-2. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is out of here. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add to their lead. It's 16-0. Singy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, dude. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and That's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
On the pitch now for the Nationals, Paolo Espino.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
2 outs, nobody on. Jorge Posada stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 2 with a solo home run back in the first inning. Line drive, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning going.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And a base hit. Throw in Holtz, the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Well, that's going to keep the streak going. There's no stopping this guy.
And I can't even imagine the pressure he's under. He's asked about it every day from everyone, not just the media, but just anybody he comes across. And so for him to be able to concentrate, keep on getting the knocks, just remarkable. And I know he's trying to just win ball games, but
that one ripped. Makes the catch up against the wall. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. On to inning number 4. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, number 19. Cole back to work. And a swing and a miss.
You know, these Nationals definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
In there at the knees, and it's 0-2. And the pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Caught him looking for the K. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Flied out his first time.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Knocks it down. He hauls it in. 2 away.
Quick reactions down there at first, and those can be tougher than they look sometimes. There could be all kinds of weird spin or knuckling action on the baseball.
So 2 down now, and here is number 0. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Two down, nobody on. Into center and a base hit.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Now it's going to be number 50. There's a strike. And the right-hander deals. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Play at the plate, not in time. He's safe. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Back-to-back base hits. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Here's Dickerson now. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Two outs. Fought off foul. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Ohtani makes the grab on the run. One run, a pair of hits, no errors, and one left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. The Yankees lead it 16-1. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now here is Don Mattingly. And a pitch. That's a laser base hit. Man at first. Here's a speed threat, number 50. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His 4th home run of the game, and they add a couple more. It's 18-1. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
This one absolutely screamed out of here, Singy. A laser. StatCast tells us it was 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, it left in a real hurry and didn't go that far because of the launch angle being a little flatter, but clearly it had all the velocity it needed to leave the yard.
Babe Ruth stepping in now for the Yankees. That one's in there, 0-1. He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run gets him the cycle. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. Sheesh. Singy, that was a laser shot, and a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Stepping in, Reggie Jackson, and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Gone! He made him pay for that one, and they tack on 3. It's 21-1.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity is not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Erasmo Ramirez. He comes on for the 35th time this year. And now the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. And a foul ball. Ramirez. He's got some good and some bad. The positive is he doesn't walk very many guys, but Chris, the problem is that he is prone to giving up some homers. The pitch. That one's on its way. No question about it, and that one will go. His third home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 22-1.
Now he's just showing off out there, and who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat, watch it go a long way. No, Boo, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Jorge Posada. That one ripped right center field. And forget it. A solo shot. His second home run of the game. It's 23-1.
Back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. Pitcher might want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder Shohei Ohtani. 1 for 3. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Now, a manager can see it pretty early just by the swings that guys are taking, whether they're fouling the ball back, if they're on time, the front foot is down. When you see that, probably don't want to leave him in too long.
Oh, and now this one's crushed. This one's on its way and gone. He leaves the yard to right, and they add a run. It's 24-1. 8 straight games with a home run.
Well, tie in some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive. Wow, 4 consecutive home runs. These guys are taking batting practice in the game. Just unbelievable at bats. And I'll tell you what, that hitting coach over there in the dugout, he's feeling pretty proud of himself right now.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Lou Gehrig. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Digging in, John Mattingly. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Gehrig around second, headed for third. The relay, not in time. He's safe.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Number 50 stepping in now for the Yankees. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. His 5th home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 27-1.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal, Boog. I mean, this is an all-time performance right here. 5 home runs in a single game. Are you kidding me? This is something we're never going to forget. A performance that clearly will go down in history as one of the best ever. And I'm just in awe of what we've seen. And he's getting a standing O from me right now.
New pitcher on here, Hunter Harvey. And this guy can bring it velocity-wise. In now is the Yankees DH, Babe Ruth. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Dickerson raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the wall. He's in with a double, and that's his 2nd double of the night.
Boog, I know you love the slug. Well, slugging percentage is on the rise in this one. That's his 3rd extra base hit of the game.
So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
And here is Reggie Jackson. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Dickerson going back some more, and it's off the wall. He's in safely at 2nd, and a run comes in to score.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So a man aboard, and the batter will be the shortstop, Derek Jeter. In the air, right field, pretty well struck, and that one's gone. His latest homer in an incredible season, and they add to the lead. It's 30-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that. And that time, that ball was hit hard.
Ken Griffey Jr. digs in now. And that one in the air center field. Number 50 under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jorge Posada. That one is absolutely belted. Back there. Ah!
Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Base is empty, 1 away. And up next for New York, Shohei Ohtani. Ripped to right center, and that one will leave the park. Out of here.
Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
So the lineup flips over, and next for New York, Lou Gehrig. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Gone!
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Don Mattingly stepping in now for the Yankees. Line drive, base hit.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
And stepping in for the Yankees, number 50. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Here comes a pitch. Lifted in the air, right center field. Number 50 under it. Snags it for the second out.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Babe.
So now it's the four-hole hitter, Babe Ruth.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. That's ripped. Base hit. Mattingly ground second on his way to third. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. And it's going to take me the entire break to count all those runs. That was nuts. Back here in New York, ready now for the 5th inning. And now up for Washington, Luis Garcia. The wind of the pitch. Strike one.
Well, these Nats, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Left-hand hitter waits. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And now one away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way. But that time, a little anxious.
And first offering is fouled off.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. And down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Chavis now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Carl Edwards Jr. into the game. 25th appearance of the year for him.
Number 58, Carl Edwards Jr.
Here's some real power at the plate. Reggie Jackson.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And here it comes. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive, but especially in today's game, that's something they can feel very good about. Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. 112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing, so that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
At the plate, Derek Jeter. Out there to center. Number 50 moving under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away.
Now the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
And up next for New York, Ken Griffey Jr. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
Crushed to right, and that one's going to lead the park. Out of here. Home run. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Jorge Posada. To the right side. That's out number 2.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And next for New York, Shohei Ohtani. Lined into right. Thomas settles under it and makes the catch. And that'll do it. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. We're through 5. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium.
Leading off for the Nationals, the right fielder, Lane Thomas.
And stepping in is the speedy Lane Thomas. New pitcher on now, Jimmy Cordero.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while. Coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested. But we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
The 0-1. Good eye right there. And that one is lifted in the air. Jackson trying to get there. And he makes the catch. One up, one down.
Now number 1.
Next to hit for the Nats, number 1. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Cordero in his 4th year, 31 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. Bounce to the left side. Sends it across to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, CJ.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the DH for Washington, C.J. Abrams. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And the batter now, number 0. Abrams, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Jeter should have this one. And that's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the 3rd baseman, Lou Gehrig. Gehrig, a former MVP, 24 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Puts it away for the out.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Ripped to right center. And that one will leave the park. Out of here.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Jordan Weems. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty.
Jordan Weems.
So 1 out, nobody on. Number 50, the next to hit. Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now, Babe Ruth. Runner on the go. And the throw gets away.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if these guys are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Righty delivers. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Oh, and 2 now. Dives and he can't hang on. Still able to get it there in time. And on the out, a run scores. Reggie Jackson stepping in now for the Yankees. That one ripped. And caught on the warning track. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, number 50.
Number 50.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot. Wandy Peralta.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Going to count 1 and 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Corey Dickerson digging in for the Nationals. His home and away splits there. And that's in there for strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
0 and 2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
Garcia.
And now the lefty. And a big swing and a miss.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So up next, Derek Jeter. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
Weems back to work. And a foul ball. Swung on, belted. That one back there. And gone.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And up next for New York, Ken Griffey Jr. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Jorge Posada stepping in now for the Yankees. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. And it is gone.
Wow, this is awesome. I mean, a 4-homer game. They're just so rare. They're so special. And just So tough to pull off as well. Everything has to line up for you, but of course, you got to make it happen too. And these are the types of performances that people just don't forget, and it's definitely going to live on in history.
On to pitch now for the Nationals, Kyle Finnegan.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Shohei Ohtani getting ready to hit. Well struck right field. To the warning track, makes the catch. Lou Gehrig now at the plate. That's in there. 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
One down, base is empty. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. On the money, nice play.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Now here is Don Mattingly. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And here is number 50. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. He's got it, and the inning is over. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. 8th inning coming up. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. We're at the top of the 8th, and here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. So they turn to their closer, Jonathan Loaisiga.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And a pitch. There's the strike.
0-1 for count.
That's through there for a strike. At the belt and fires. Swing and a ball popped up. Mattingly calls it in, and there's one away.
Now back, the first baseman, Michael.
Here's Chavis now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're...
That ends the inning, so we take a break. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Babe Ruth. The pitch. Ripped into right field, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Another big game. He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And next for New York, Reggie Jackson. On the ground, could be 2. Chavis over to second. How about that double play?
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So digging in, Derek Jeter. Down the left field line, base hit. Around first, heading for 2. The throw in and into second easily with a 2-out double. Ken Griffey Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. Jeter around third. Just ahead of the throw, he scores, and they extend their lead. Jorge Posada stepping in now for the Yankees. Out towards right center field, number 50, ranging into the alley, dives, but it falls, and now it looks like extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate, and the lead continues to grow. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. They put 2 on the board on 4 hits. Back in the Bronx. Here's the second baseman, number 1. New arm out of the bullpen, Michael King.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Into the outfield, base hit.
He was all over that one. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands ball off. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
Abrams stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Posada makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Number 0 digging in for the Nationals. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. King, in his 4th year, he features a sinker, a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time today. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
The 0-2. Right through there, got it. And that'll do it.
Another day, another win. I really think these guys have forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say.
It's in a blowout.